And finally, how would you characterize your first few months in the U.S. Senate?
It's been pretty interesting. And I'll also say I am glad that the reason I ran, the fact that we're bankrupting this nation, that spending is out of control, it's really been the entire focus of Congress ever since I got there. So, I mean, I'd rather have it focused on the reason I ran than some other subsidiary issues. So, I mean, that's a good thing.
Senator, thanks.
I guess I wanted to drop back to my first question. You know, I understand your concern with the federal budget, but is there anything that you can see that you know, would lead to jobs creation, or you know, is there any way you can use this format as a bully pulpit to talk to companies, businesses, the public?
Again, I think we have such a huge spending and debt issue in this economy that it creates such a hangover over the economy. It's such a drag on the economy. It creates such a high level of uncertainty and just a total lack of confidence that you know, what's going to happen to the American economy. That I think it's very difficult to really get businesses, you know, really energetic about investing, which is what they need in order to start creating jobs, and they also have to see demand. And the consumers also are very affected by it. I mean, consumers have started deleveraging. They've started paying down their debt because, again, they're pretty concerned about what's happening in this country. Mm-hmm. So until people have confidence back where they start spending, start investing, I think job creation is going to be very difficult. But I think if we produce that credible spending plan, I mean, people in general have a propensity to spend. I mean, they want to buy things. They want to go on vacation. They want, you know, they do want to do that. Businesses want to grow. They want to invest. I think if we provide that credible spending plan, I think that really would give a very, very powerful boost to the economy. So that's, I hate to be, you know, talking about doom and gloom all the time, but you know, we have to first start with that, with the spending. We've got to fix that problem before the real solution can kick in, which is economic growth. So I mean, it's kind of a chicken and the egg thing, but.
Do you envision any kind of incentives for companies that might, you know, create, you know, large numbers of jobs, you know, particularly here in Wisconsin?
I do not look to the government at all to be able to propel job growth. I mean, all those things are just temporary in nature. You are kind of robbing Peter to pay Paul. You know, the more familiar term is, you know, picking winners and losers. I mean, the government is not very efficient at allocating capital. I mean, I would take a look at President Obama's green jobs agenda. I mean, that's not working. Other countries that have tried buying green jobs have been miserable failures. I mean, Spain, it was an awful, you know, they spent, like, I think, $40 billion trying to create green jobs. For every one job they created, green jobs, they lost 2.2. This was a study by a university in Madrid. On average, the green jobs cost almost $750,000. I mean, government just does not create jobs. It's the private sector that creates jobs. So you need to get government out of the way. What government can do is they can create an attractive environment for business, and that is lower, you know, that is having competitive tax rates. It's not overburdening businesses with regulation. I mean, that's a huge problem we have right now. Is President Obama is legislating through regulation, and his agencies are out of control. I mean, for example, EPA, they're trying to regulate what they call fugitive dust, which is dust from a farm. I'm not kidding. They're trying to get farmers to keep the dust from their farm in the confines of their farm, and even the dirt on their roads. I've had a senator meet with one of our Republican senators met with the EPA person trying to do this. Say, well, can't you just water the road? They want to treat milk spills like toxic oil spills because there's animal oil in them. So they want a containment plan. They want a response plan out of dairy farmers. I mean, the government overreach that we're seeing. You know, the Small Business Administration estimated, I think last year, it cost $1.7 trillion. That's more than 10% of our economy. $1.7 trillion to comply with federal regulations. That is such a huge drag on our economy. Just, again, some regulations are absolutely necessary. $1.7 trillion worth. Think of the economic growth that limits.